I'm Cameron Word.
Yay, it is the end of the week. It's Friday, and we're so happy that you're joining us. Well, actually, we have one more day of Power English.
We do?
Yeah. We work 6 days a week.
We do.
That's
but
right.
This is the last day with conversations. Tomorrow will be an article, right?
That's right. Mm-hmm. That's right. And today we talk about business.
Mm-hmm. The family business.
The family business. That is a topic for this month. And I do not come from a family that has a business. So I don't know what it's like to be part of a family business. But I did have friends that, their parents owned a restaurant or they owned a dry cleaners.
Yeah.
But I do know that many Korean parents were absolutely against their child taking over the family business.
Yeah, it is interesting. I feel many families, not all families, in the U.S., let's say their dad had a shop that he ran.
Right.
Kind of secretly hopes that the son or daughter will take over the shop, take over the business.
Yeah.
But not so for, I guess, many Korean Americans.
Right. I think for an immigrant family, it was a little different.
Yeah.
They wanted their children to have the education and achieve much more than, something like that.
Yeah, it's always like doctor, lawyer, engineer.
Accountant.
Accountant.
That's right. Okay. It has stood the test of time. So if something stands the test of time, how long does it last?
It has lasted for a long time.
Yeah.
It has survived. And there's often the feeling of there were difficult times. It wasn't just everything was good for a long time.
Sure.
It was like we had a lot of problems.
And challenges.
But we survived them.
That's right. That is that feeling. How about this expression, can't get a word in edgewise? Okay, it's a little long. You can't get a word in edgewise.
This is whenever someone will not allow you to talk. You're trying to say something, and they keep interrupting you. You're trying to give your opinion, and they're ignoring you and just talk over you.
Talk over you. That's a good one, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You want to say something, but they're just...
They don't give you the opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not saying, be quiet. They're just ignoring you.
It's so true. There are those people who are just more interested in talking than listening. Okay? How about if you are on board, B-O-A-R-D, with something?
You agree with something and you are going to help make that thing happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, very good. So these are the 3 expressions that we are going to focus on today. Let's go ahead and listen to the dialogue.
Did you talk to your father about your proposed changes to the restaurant?
I tried, but I couldn't get a word in edgewise. He talks to me like I'm a child.
He probably thinks your ideas are too expensive, or they just won't work.
Maybe if I choose one project to start with, he'll get on board with it.
I think his mindset is that the restaurant has stood the test of time as it is. So why change it?
I understand. I'll suggest something small first.
Please join us on page 50. You can find our power dialogue there. The family business, it has stood the test of time. Let's see what they're talking about. Kiara says, did you talk to your father about your proposed changes to the restaurant? Okay, so Milo is going to take over the business, and Milo has some ideas. Okay, he wants to make some changes. So, Kiara says, did you talk to him about your proposed changes? Now, proposed is our power vocab today. If you propose something, what is that anyway?
You are suggesting something.
Yes.
Hey, why don't we do this? Yeah, that is the feeling of propose. Of course, there is a proposal.
Proposal.
Like a wedding proposal, maybe.
Sure.
And it's the feeling of, hey, why don't we get married?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
That's right. But we can have a business proposal, too.
Yes, and this is where you present to a bank most often what you want to do for a business in the hopes of getting a loan.
Okay. So, basically, Milo has some ideas, okay, for changes. And Milo says, I tried, but I couldn't get a word in edgewise. He talks to me like I'm a child. Okay. We've got a lot of things here. First one, power pattern. I tried, but. Why do you think this is a pattern?
This is often used when you're giving some bad news. I attempted to do this thing, and it did not work out.
It did not work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried, but...
Yeah. Right.
So, you told me to do something. Yeah, I tried, but it didn't work.
Yes, yes. I mean, you could say, did you try? Yeah, I did, but, he didn't want to. You can do that too. But I feel like this pattern is very useful when you're like, yeah, I did, but it didn't work.
Yeah. You could even not even finish the sentence. Sometimes I'll hear,
I tried,
but... Dot,
Yeah.
And there's just understood, it did not go the way I wanted it to go.
It did not work out. So he says that he couldn't get a word in edgewise. Edgewise is spelled E-D-G-E-W-I-S-E. Okay, so this means that you could not really talk because he wasn't allowing you to.
Yeah. Sometimes you're talking to someone and you don't even get to the end of your sentence and they've already started talking.
Yeah.
Or you can tell they just haven't listened to you at all.
Yeah.
That is not being able to get a word in edgewise. This edgewise here is not a commonly used word.
Right.
Except in this phrase.
It's part of this idiom.
Yeah, it's just kind of set together as a set phrase. And it just means you tried to go in directly. You tried to go in from the side.
Yeah.
You tried to go in from around the back.
Yes.
And you just couldn't get in any way. You couldn't talk about things in any way.
Right. Like you were looking for an edge. You were looking for a little space, to squeeze in. It didn't work.
Yep.
Okay. And so he talks to me like I'm a child. Okay. Milo is an adult, but his father treats him like a child. Kiara says,
He probably thinks your ideas are too expensive or they just won't work.
Okay. So, Kiara is... trying to make him feel better. Well, yeah, it's probably a lot of money. It's going to cost a lot of money and it won't work. And Milo says, maybe if I choose one project to start with, he'll get on board with it. Okay. So Milo could be very excited. Hey, Dad, I think we should get new furniture, like new tables, and then paint the walls and, get a new stove, all these ideas, right? And Milo is now thinking, maybe just one idea.
Yeah, maybe it was too much. Maybe he just didn't want to, when he thought about all of the projects at once, just thought, it's too much work.
It's too much work.
It's not worth it.
Right. So Milo says, maybe if I have just one project, he'll get on board with it. So if someone gets on board with an idea or with, the possible changes, what does this mean?
They are agreeing to a plan and working to make that plan reach its goal.
Yes.
Right? So if you're on board with something, you're saying, hey, I like that idea. I'll help you make that reality.
Right. And it's kind of like, come on board. Like you're riding a boat or riding a train. It's like you are joining.
Yes.
And agreeing. And you're going to take part together.
Yeah.
This project.
Think of an old sailing ship. Let's say you're a pirate, but a good pirate, not a bad pirate.
Ahoy!
If you were getting on board, if you were on the ship, you were going in the same direction, but you also had to work on that ship.
That's right.
You weren't just riding and having a good time. You weren't on a cruise.
You were participating in the activities.
Yes, to get to your destination.
Okay, very good. And what does Kiara say?
I think his mindset is that the restaurant has stood the test of time as it is, so why change it?
Okay, so there's an expression, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yes. Yeah. So if it's going fine,
leave it alone.
Don't touch it.
That's right. So in this case here, the dad is thinking, hey, the restaurant is fine.
Yeah.
It has stood the test of time. We've had some challenges, but it's still here. So why change it?
Yeah.
So if something stands the test of time,
It has been through good times and bad times, and it has survived.
it's a survivor.
Yeah, so this restaurant, maybe it's been around for decades, generations. Everyone loves it. It's a part of the community.
That's right.
So, like, it's...
Why change it?
Why change it?
Yeah.
It's really good.
That's what the dad is thinking, okay? And so Milo says, I understand. I'll suggest something small first. So Milo was like, okay, all right, let's just go with one thing. Let's go ahead and listen to that one more time.
Did you talk to your father about your proposed changes to the restaurant?
I tried, but I couldn't get a word in edgewise. He talks to me like I'm a child.
He probably thinks your ideas are too expensive, or they just won't work.
Maybe if I choose one project to start with, he'll get on board with it.
I think his mindset is that the restaurant has stood the test of time as it is. So why change it?
I understand. I'll suggest something small first.
It's time for Power Note. Please join us on pages 52 and 53. If you can't get a word in edgewise, it means that basically the other person is talking too much and you just don't have a chance to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like every attempt to speak, you're just being talked over.
Okay, so people like that, you just don't want to like hang out.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
All right. Did you tell your boss about your plan to save the company a lot of money?
James talked so much during the meeting that I couldn't get a word in edgewise.
Yeah, that's right. So he wanted to, right, talk about his plans, but he couldn't.
Yeah.
Okay. Every time I tried to give my opinion, he spoke over me and couldn't get a word in edgewise.
Yeah.
So like you mentioned before, to talk over someone or to speak over someone means that like you're talking and they will literally be talking at the same time.
Yes. Sometimes this expression, a lot of times, it is used for someone's ignoring you. Every once in a while, I do hear it when maybe you want to break some bad news, something bad or like an uncomfortable topic, but maybe the other person is talking about something to where you feel you can't start that next topic. Like you can't find that little place,
that transition, that change,
that way to connect to some other topic, right? And it's not that the other person is ignoring you. It's that, oh gosh, this is going to be really awkward.
Yes.
And I can't find the right opportunity to say it.
Well, because you don't want to be rude. And you don't want to be just like out of the blue.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a sensitive topic.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to be gentle. But if they just keep on going with their story, you can't get in a word edgewise.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, there you go. Okay, on board with something means that you agree to it and you support the plan or idea. You finally agreed to what the consultants proposed?
I wasn't sure at first, but now I'm on board with the suggested changes.
Okay, so someone suggested, hey, you need to make these changes. And you're like, okay, I'm on board with it. I agree. The board members need to be on board with the budget changes before we proceed. It's interesting. We have board twice. The board members are on board.
Yeah. I don't think necessarily that these are connected or they're related in any way. But yes, this on board is used quite often in a business setting. They're on board with it. They're not on board with it.
Yeah, we're not on board with this idea or we're not on board with this proposal.
Yeah.
It's a very biz sort of phrase.
Yeah. I don't think it necessarily works too often in a casual kind of family or friendly situation.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on board with eating tacos tonight.
Yeah, so he says like, hey Cam, should we have like a company or like a staff dinner next, Wednesday? Are you on board?
Yeah, so it does feel maybe some bigger decision, bigger plan where this would happen.
Of course, a native speaker would understand.
Yes.
However, it just seems a little bit off.
Yeah, it would have to be something like, Oh, I really want to go to Zimbabwe for summer vacation this year.
Yeah.
I need to get my wife on board.
Okay. Yes.
Where that is it's a vacation,
Yeah.
but it's a big decision, big trip that's going to happen, and you need to maybe convince them to go along with this plan.
Okay, very good. So when you think of this expression, think of something a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Your everyday sort of routine or things that you do, I don't think we would necessarily say on board. Okay? All right, great. Stand the test of time. So, even if it's been a long time, something is still respected, it's still valuable, it's useful.
It has
survived.
survived.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. You and Bill have been close for decades, even when he was a jerk to you.
True friendships stand the test of time, even through the hard times.
Yeah, we do use this expression with friendship.
Yeah. A friendship that stands the test of time.
Yeah, it's not easy.
It isn't.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Do you have friends that are maybe 20, 30 years that you've known for that long?
Well, I'm only 35, so 30 years would mean since the age of 5. But Adelie, who
10.
came to visit me,
yes.
she was on the show, right?
Right.
She and I have been friends for, almost 20 years now.
Almost 20 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you?
Yes, I do have a friend, maybe 30 years.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, from college. Yeah. Oh, my gosh, I just revealed my age.
Not exactly. You went to college young.
Yes,
Very
I
young.
sure did. We have stood the test of time. Okay. How about this classic car has stood the test of time thanks to its excellent craftsmanship?
I tell you, some cars,
They last a long time.
they don't die.
They don't.
Just great cars.
Totally. All right. I tried, but is our power pattern. I tried, but the window wouldn't open.
I tried, but she didn't answer her phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did do it, but no success.
Wah, wah.
Okay. Our power vocab is the word propose as a verb. And you have variations like proposal, proposed, ideas. Do check out the definition on page 54. And what else should we do, Cameron?
Please go to Audio Hakdang, and for a small monthly fee, you can listen to so many good shows, but most importantly,
What?
our show.
Yeah.
Both of our shows.
I know. Evening special.
Evening special as well.
Yeah.
We will also be on the air at 6 p.m.
Yes.
this evening. So
All right. Very good.
please tune in.
All right. Very good. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.